Hey guys, for this inspiration quilted, I'm using a photo that I took in our local tile store. It's just a picket pattern, but these were like, I want to say at least 4 inches high, but I want to use this tiny. So we're going to work on this picture to get the path, and then I'll draw it on some graph paper just to make sure that we have that path down, and then I'm going to stitch it using a 1/4 inch grid. So they should only be 1 inch high when I stitch it, if all works well in my brain. So let's see how this is going to work out. So for the path, I'm just going to just follow these lines right here. That's kind of skinny, isn't it? Make it a little thicker. Okay, so I'm just going to follow, still skinny. All right, let's try that one. I'm just going to go up, down with that little shape. Come down 2. And then when I go back, I'll hit these, because if I keep my ruler down, I'll be able to hit those back tracks perfectly. So now I'm going to cut back down here, come down 2, do that little one, and then do it in reverse. So there is some backtracking with this. I don't think this is going to be too bad. I'll come down, go over and up, over and up. And I really can't wait to see this kind of tiny. I don't think it's going to stitch out fast, but I do think it's going to look really cool. Okay, so let me open my whiteboard. Move this down. There we go. Have my pen. All right. So on graph paper, which would be more like when we were stitching it on the machine, because we would use a stencil, but it's the same theory. And this is 1 inch, which if you want to do 1 inch, you sure can. See how long the 1/4 inch takes me to stitch, and then we'll decide. That might help you decide as well. So then we have to go, oh, I forgot this one, that little partial side there. Okay, let me do it for you one more time. So up. Okay, my pen doesn't want to work today. There we go. So it's just the up and down, the diagonals across the top. And we're going to travel down 2 and come back, up and down, come back, up and down. So the pattern itself is very easy. It's just remembering. So I'm thinking, you have to remember this one, and you have to remember to backtrack this one. And then exit out, and then you would continue down. Okay, I think I am ready to go stitch this. So let me go get some grids marked, and I'll be back in a second to stitch it for you. So I'm actually using an open toe foot, which I'm gonna switch to my regular ruler foot so that I can use the ruler from the front. So I'll be back in 1 second. So I just switched out my feet and I'm tying off, because this will go much faster if I can use the ruler in the front. So this is a 1/2 inch grid, and I should mention I'm stitching on my plus, which the camera setup is a little different on this side, and there is a little bounce. I can't help that. It's just the age of this machine. There's only one place I can clamp my camera. So I do apologize for that little bit of bounce. And again, 1/2 inch grid, and then we'll stitch on a 1/4 inch grid. So then come back down that one to start our next row. Down 2, over 1. Before you move that ruler, backtrack over. So it's not fast, but I really like it. I can't wait to see it tiny. I think tiny, I might be able to get away with no ruler. We'll have to try it. And yes, I know my machine is skipping. It's because this is a really old needle. If you don't know that about me, I don't change my needle as nearly as often as I should. And I know that this one is very worn out. So I'm positive it's not making a good stitch. Okay. There is the, let me get rid of this stuff. Tie this off. And I mean, you could stitch around to finish that off. I just wanted you to see it. So again, you could stitch around to finish that off. This is with a 1/2 inch grid. So now we'll try it on this little 1/4 inch. So I'm going to try this without the ruler. We'll see how it goes. Oops. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. No ruler. Okay. I'll do it with the ruler now real quick so you can see the difference in the speed. Okay. So there it is on a 1/4 inch grid. So it's still 1 inch high and 1/2 inch wide because you're moving up and you're moving, is that on the screen? Where am I at? Right there. You're moving over, across 1, down 2, back down 1, and back up 1. So it's 1/2 inch wide by 1 inch high. And this one is 1 inch wide by 2 inches high. So whichever way you prefer it, you can do it as big or as small as you want. I really like this. It'd make a really cool background fill. So again, the inspiration was a tile sample, and here it is quilted out. Hope you enjoyed it.